Defense TV is the first military video on-demand platform for the connected generation. We provide an ever-expanding stream of military news and original programs that bring you impactful and often untold stories from the field straight to your phone, tablet, or mobile platform. Watch shows and see stories about our servicemen and women, as well as live events as they unfold around the world. Defense TV has designed a customized channel experience for both the client and the user. The military services, as well as combatant commanders or commanders of any installations who have no other means of communicating their messages, now have a platform to share their story with the world. Defense TV's original programming offers you a vast array of shows that brings you closer to unique service members, delves into the innovative technology that is shaping our future, and highlights the events and people featured by the military service's flagship online magazines. Defense TV's social media team uses multiple tools and social media platforms to drive engagement to millions of followers across its platforms, as well as having our video content reach hundreds of commercial TV and news networks. Every day, Defense TV's posts are shared across the social media landscape, increasing the delivery of content to our audience. Defense TV is powered by Vids, the Defense Video and Imagery Distribution System, which provides the world's media with access to all branches of the U.S. Armed Forces and coalition partners serving overseas. Available for free through your app store with any internet-capable device, new content is added daily across multiple platforms such as Apple TV, Amazon Fire, Roku, and on your Apple mobile platform. Defense TV offers a tailored viewing experience anywhere, at any time.
Hey, I'm Corporal John Tucker. I'm on the USS Oak Hill at Pier 92 in New York City.
And this is Fleet Week.
The mission of Red Team Marines Media at the Defense Media Activity is to provide worldwide command communication products, information, and expertise in support of the Marine Corps' communication objectives. Our goal is to make ordinary stories extraordinary through detailed planning and production-style storytelling. Using state-of-the-art equipment, the Marines here produce high-quality products for use on multiple traditional and social platforms. One of those platforms is Marines.mil. This is the flagship website of the Marine Corps and is run and operated by the Marines at DMA. It's our job to ensure that featured products are in line with the Commandant's strategic objectives. Last year, Red Team Marines Media launched Marines Mobile, the official app of the Corps, to augment Marines.mil. News, photos, videos, Marine Corps orders and directives, and Marine Corps social media content is fed directly from Marines.mil and Vids to the app in real time, allowing users to receive up-to-the-minute notifications from the Marine Corps right on their mobile devices.
I hope you enjoyed the ceremony.
Outstanding, thank you.
We execute on-location live broadcasts for major events across the country. Whether it's a parade in Washington, D.C., a Marine Air Ground Task Force demonstration in Nashville, or a ceremony in Brooklyn to honor fallen Marines, our staff can be there to deliver those events live to worldwide audiences. DMA Marines provide public affairs assistance and expertise across the Fleet Marine Force and supporting commands. We are often called to augment public affairs units for exercises like Dawn Blitz, Iron Fist, and Steel Knight, to allow commands to provide their commanders with the best public affairs support possible. For more than 95 years, Navy All Hands has been one of the most recognized and trusted military brands. Located at Defense Media Activity, Fort Meade, Maryland, All Hands teams are able to go wherever the Navy story needs to be told. All Hands is the Navy's premier multimedia hub, providing a wide variety of news, information, imagery, and stories all across the Navy for active duty, reserves, retirees, and their families. All Hands magazine is for sailors by sailors. We are a web publication that provides in-depth features, special web pages, and multimedia-rich content focused on issues that affect sailors, their families, and careers. Content is created by staff and submitted by the fleet. www.ah.mil is designed, coded, and maintained by Defense Media Activity Gray Team, Navy Media.
Thank you for everything and come home safely.
From the Defense Media Activity, I'm Petty Officer Andrew Johnson.
The employees of Navy All Hands include sailors and government civilians working in the fields of public affairs, broadcast, multimedia, print journalism, graphics, and photography. Daily command information is produced and aired as our All Hands updates for the American Forces Network, television and radio. All Hands updates are aired during primetime television and sporting events 24/7, reaching sailors and their families worldwide on a daily basis. The Navy's art department is comprised of highly skilled artists who are capable of creating animations, infographics, print design, illustrations, poster design, print layout, 3D animations, and logo design, all of which contribute to telling the Navy story.
San Diego, go ahead with your question.
If there's a story to be told, Navy All Hands will be there to tell it. Gold Team Army Media has a robust team of communication professionals who work together to support the Army's communication objectives. The Army News Service covers senior leaders, Army operations, and events around the force. It reports on how new Army programs and policies affect soldiers worldwide. Our reporters strive for stories and features that show Army leadership's priorities in action, highlight soldiers, and promote the Army's key themes and messages. The Soldiers staff creates compelling stories about our incredible soldiers from the soldier's perspective. We use print, photo, and multimedia products and distribute through the web and social media outlets. We work with the Office of the Chief of Public Affairs Digital Media Division to develop dynamic, relevant content for distribution across the Army's flagship social media platforms. That content generates millions of positive impressions for the Army each month, reaching key influencers, Army supporters, soldiers, families, veterans, retirees, and Army civilians. We are in constant communication with our Army teammates to help amplify the stories of the Army and its soldiers across a variety of platforms, reaching a much wider audience. We travel around the world capturing the unique, compelling stories of the people, places, and equipment that are at the core of the Army.
Hi, and welcome to SITREP, Army news that affects you.
Soldiers Broadcasting is a team of civilians and soldiers that produce broadcast quality television, radio, and web content to support Army leadership messaging. Our suite of video and radio products serve to educate, inform, and entertain. We tell stories about who our soldiers are, how they train, and introduce you to their families, our veterans, and retirees. Our team of correspondents communicate with the Army staff and major commands to ensure coverage wherever the story is. DOD Production delivers a sweeping group of communication products and services, ranging from social and digital media to live streaming and video on demand. Our customers are the nation's top military leaders.
General Joe Dunford, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Multimedia packages, live events, news, and in-depth features. We do it all. Still imagery, written products, radio and television broadcasts, web and mobile communications. They're all part of the DoD News arsenal. Multimedia and broadcast news packages are produced round the clock in state-of-the-art production facilities at Fort Meade, Maryland. Our Joint Service Military and Civilian News and Features team produces a steady stream of rich and informative articles that cover all things DoD. The team's coverage is focused on DoD leadership, but tailored to specific audiences and written with frontline troops in mind. DoD's social media team employs the full range of tools and techniques across Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Vine, YouTube, blogs, and whatever the next big app is. Defense.gov is our flagship presence on the web. It's where all of the department's news and features are organized and presented for maximum exposure and audience benefit. Defense.gov develops special multimedia bundles to commemorate important events. It's the one place that every service member can visit for timely, relevant news and information. For more than 40 years, the Joint Hometown News Service has communicated the achievements of America's fighting men and women to their family and friends back home. This important tradition continues today, with distribution of some 70,000 press releases a year to hometown media outlets.
Essentially, we have a full complement of Air Force and civilian storytellers. And we feel a responsibility to make sure that we accurately represent what it is the Air Force is doing and the people who do it.
A lot of times I'll go out on a story and it'll be able to evolve and change. That's the nuances of storytelling, is that it's a living, breathing thing, and you never know what you're going to get when you get out there, and you can't come back with nothing because it rained or the weather was difficult.
I'm starting to feel it now.
Each of our products comes with byproducts. We have first, second, and third level effects that we can achieve with our products. So it's all done to generate audience and bring audience to our customers' messaging requirements or needs.
Every product that we make now has some sort of social media tie and some way that we can broadcast it better over the social atmosphere. 5 years ago, thinking about how to post it on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, that wasn't even a thought. But now it's at the forefront of the conversation.
And that's what the designers are there for. They are there to make the words and the photos marry together in a beautiful way that's appealing and aesthetically pleasing, and makes somebody want to really dive in deep to the story and really appreciate that beautiful content. Because it always comes back to the story. If you can't present a story in a beautiful way, nobody's going to want to read it, and they're not going to take the time.
And really, the messages that the Air Force wants to talk about are the things that the Air Force does and the people who are in the Air Force. It is their story, and it's much easier to relate to people than it is to relate to policy on a piece of paper. We can piece those things together. Call us with a communication problem, and then understand what our family of brands are, and we will take those communication problems, leverage our brands against those to come up with the best solution. It's not the only solution, but it is a solution that is at your disposal.